Hey, what is up, everybody? It's your boy back with y'all. Real quick, short video for y'all today, and let's talk about the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, look, let me start off right off the bat and tell y'all I wasn't gonna buy one of these. I was not. A couple of months ago when it got announced, and I said, no, it's not for me. My original Nintendo Switch is sitting in its box collecting dust. It is what it is. Another fact is that it was hacked. So the Nintendo Switch comes around, the Nintendo Switch 2 comes around, and I was like, everybody's talking about this pre-order stuff. And I was like, you don't need to pre-order it. You don't need to pre-order it. Nintendo has come out and said they were going to have plenty for everybody. And everybody was in a mad dash online, live streaming, talking about pre-order this, pre-order that from Best Buy. I got one at Walmart. I got one at Target. I got one here. I got one there. I got one up my derriere. It is what it is. That's everybody on YouTube. And I would say some names, but I don't want to, hurt anybody's feelings right now because everybody's sensitive, So the launch date comes around, and I go into GameStop. I live stream for a couple of minutes at GameStop showing that they had extras. They were going to be carrying extra systems. That there was no need to have a pre-order. You just had to be there early enough to get one of the walk-in systems. And I got the Mario Kart bundle. Now I've been playing Mario Kart right now. Mario Kart World. Look. The Switch 2 is a upgrade. That's all it is. I'm not going to get all technical. I'm not going to go into specs. I'm not going to give you the review on the unit itself. I'm not going to tell you about the Joy-Cons. I'm not going to tell you about the screen. I'm not going to talk about the proprietary micro SD card version that you need. And I'm not going to sit here and rant and ramble about, oh, Mario Kart's the best. It is great, but it is the only game on the Nintendo Switch 2 right now. Now, don't go and say, well, Damien, we got Cyberpunk and Street Fighter 6. That's not a really big, good argument you're going to try to put up with me when it comes to games on the Nintendo Switch 2. Cyberpunk? Yeah, everybody doesn't remember that game was very controversial and how bad it was when it first came out. And you want to talk about it being great on the Nintendo Switch 2? I get it. You bought every game for the Switch 2 and you got to play them because there's no other games to buy on the Switch 2. You can spend your money on those $10 upgrades for these Zeldas and for all the upgraded games that are out there. But I have about as much fun on that system as I do on that system. Damien, why are you pulling up the PlayStation Classic? Well, my take on it is my PlayStation Classic is modded. I have the full library on it. I enjoy a lot more games that I haven't played because you can't sit here and say that you've played every goddamn PlayStation 1 title on the PlayStation. But there's a lot of games I haven't played on the PlayStation 1. And I can sit here and say I enjoy playing them more than I play my Switch 2. Because there's no games on the Switch 2. Just Mario Kart World and a bunch of old titles that are on other systems that I can play. Now, I'm not going to sit here and argue about that. I'm just letting y'all know this is my take and how I look at it. But also the fact that I'm only buying first-party titles for the Switch 2. And I'm not going to go out there and buy everything and anything under the sun when it comes to third party for the Switch 2. There might be a couple of titles I might buy for the Switch 2 that are third party and not first party Nintendo. And one of them probably would be the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. That would probably be one. Because I know a lot of people are going to be playing that on multiple devices, and I want to be able to play it on multiple devices probably, even though I can emulate those titles on multiple devices that I have, including my iPhone and my iPad and my ROG Allies, to the Steam Decks, to the Pi 5s and all those out there. but it's the Switch 2. It is what it is. My overall review of the Switch 2, it is a slight upgrade, like they do iPhones and all the Samsung Galaxy Ultras or whatever they want to call them, slight upgrades. You can compare the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 to a phone upgrade. That's how I look at it. Now y'all can sit here and say, Damien, you don't know anything about video games. I know the fact that I only spent $170 for my Switch 2. Yeah. But, you know, I haven't been on YouTube for a while. And I haven't been putting out content. And I didn't explain to y'all how I got this $170 Switch 2. Let's just say the deals are still coming in. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, it's nighttime / OTG, you fucker. I got to give a shout out to OTG. It is what it is. Him and Golly. Fools want to be talking shit. Look, Steps has got me one by one. Moat, I haven't even played, but I've somehow beat him once. OTG, you suck, bro. 11-3. Sorry, get on my level. Advanced Boss, haven't played him, but I'm whipping that ass. Golly, yeah, you trying to catch up, but you ain't getting there. No success, homie. Zohar, oh, Zohar ain't never gonna catch up. Yeah, take it out. You see it. You're losing, bro. Forrest, I haven't played him. Eric, look at that. He's actually better than everybody else. God damn. Y'all are crazy. Other than that, people Switch to overall, yeah, for $170 that an actual cash that I spent on the system, I say it's well worth it. Now on the back end, what else am I going to be buying? Only time would tell. Donkey Kong's next. I did get an old Switch title recently, Splatoon 3. I opened it, but I still haven't even stuck it in the Switch. Yeah. Damn. I don't know if I wasted my money, but $170, I probably could have spent that on something else. I don't know. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. What is y'all's experience with the Switch 2? Are y'all buying only first-party titles? Are you excited that Cyberpunk is on the Switch 2 and Street Fighter 6 is on the Switch 2? I'm not, because I have those games on other systems. Peace, y'all.
What the fuck? What the fuck? If Damien beats me, I'm done. I'm rage quit. How do you beat me if you're dead last? Oh my god, Damien beat me. That's ridiculous.
Yes! Soars
That's ridiculous. From last place?
Damien got second.
I'm dead last. How am I dead last? And Damien
Damien started half a lap behind you, and